Hey everybody, and welcome to episode
32?
32. Welcome to episode 32 of Honest to
3 years ago.
It was my age. Yeah. God.
Are you 35?
I'm 33.
I was going to say.
Welcome to episode 32 of Honest to Pod with me, Ash McAllister.
And me, Matthew Ali.
And here we go again. Let's just jump right into this, Matt. Tell me how your week was.
My week was nice. We had a long weekend, didn't we? So.
Oh, and the heat wave.
Did you get a heat wave in Ireland?
We got a bit of heat wave.
Yeah, it was really good here. Like, I was in shorts and flip-flops and I had sunglasses. I took out a jacket because I was worried about the wind, and that was a good decision. I only worked 3 days last week, and I swear to God, it felt like the longest 3 days of my life. Like, day off because I was in Paris, and then Friday off because it was Good Friday. But it was a struggle.
Yeah.
I must admit, I don't know what happened. I think I was still really hungover from the weekend.
You're probably tired and stuff, and it just rolls on, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've been tired since skiing, and I haven't really rested. So this weekend was supposed to be an opportunity for me to rest, and that did not go to plan. Yeah, I drank a lot over the weekend, I must admit. We went to Flight Club on Friday. Have you heard of Flight Club?
Nope.
Oh my God, it's the best thing to do. It's darts. It's a darts thing, but it's like I've got a lot of technology around it, and you can play games. It's fucking. I've been like 5 or 6 times now. So good, so good. I don't think they have one in Northern Ireland. And just a normal darts board, and no one really cares for that.
No. We have a darts board in our office, which I never play. It's
Obviously,
masculine for me. I feel like because I don't have a belly anymore, I can't play it.
You don't have a belly anymore. You got a flat. You got abs now.
I don't have abs. I'm far from abs. I still have a tiny bit of a Buddha belly there, but no.
I actually saw on my Facebook. I think it was my Facebook memories. Like, the time that we recorded in my workplace.
Yeah.
Your body has changed so much since then.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Honestly.
Yeah, no, it's good.
That's really good.
It's good.
What did you get up to?
Last week I bought myself my very first car.
Oh yeah. Nice. It was
It's what, sorry?
a little pink Mini.
No.
Oh, we didn't go for it in the end. We were talking about it for weeks.
No, strangely enough, I did drive a Mini, didn't I? I drove a Mini for just about 6 months there. So that joke didn't land quite as well as it would have if I hadn't already.
I didn't realize you were driving a Mini before.
Yeah, I was driving a red Mini, a convertible red Mini.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh my God.
But it's so small, I couldn't deal with it anymore. But yeah, so I bought myself a wee car, which is exciting. What else? I went for a run, which was good. I've not been running in a long, long time, like full on long running. I've been doing a lot of like short distance runs, but I did a little 4 mile run the other day, which was fun.
Oh, just because?
Well, I've got my relay in the Belfast Marathon in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so me and one of the guys from the gym, Brian, went out running. Then that's really it, though. I made Easter dinner and I made an amazing chocolate cake. But that's really, I've not actually been to. I think I've been to the gym once this week. It's been pretty dire.
A whole week.
I know.
What happened?
I am just in chocolate mode.
Oh my God. That he is gonna hate you.
Well, not as much as he hates you. Can you imagine being called a bitch?
Can you believe, right? When he was like, yes, I did call him a bitch. I was like, you need to stop hanging out with Ashley, okay? Because you look my words. All right. I don't know who he thinks he is, but now on his Instagram, all he does is do like loads and loads of like stories of him doing like pull-ups and shit. And
topless as
no
well.
one's interested. I did not look at any topless stories once.
No, okay. I didn't look at them any more than
your head. Fucking bitch. We're not going to be friends, when I come over.
You rip him a new one.
Start talking shit. Ugh. Anyways, hi Mickey.
He he anytime I post something with, well, anyone really from the gym, I always get loads of messages or comments, or I think a lot of the guys that go to the gym are I'm trying to word this in a,
Crazy banging hot.
well, yeah, I mean that's what I'm trying to get across without me sounding like I find them
Well,
crazy
actually,
banging
everyone
hot.
from London. So, for those of you out there, everyone knows Ashley, like in London, knows that that's what he goes after. He seeks really hot males and then tries to assimilate into that group. It's regular behavior of yours, actually, when you think about it. After all these years
So
that I've known you,
how
I mean, it
come
just
you and
makes
I
sense.
are good friends?
What'd you say?
How come you and I are friends?
Do you know? I was so funny. I managed to break the barrier. I remember this as well. You just thought I was the funniest person you've ever met, and I remember you saying this,
I
and I was
remember
like,
too.
yes,
I remember saying.
yes, yes,
I remember when we started chatting on Facebook, I was like, I just think you're crazy funny.
yeah. And I thought you were
You're like,
crazy hot, so it worked out really well.
oh, how times have changed. It turns out you're not that funny, and
And
I'm not that hot.
I'm still funny, but you're not hot no more.
No, and you're not funny.
I'm not that funny. What was I going to say?
No, you're funny.
Who keeps messaging you?
People, I'll not name names, but people. But I was
One
also like,
name
because
is Andrew
um,
Fuckdower.
no, but what I can do, I know this as well. I think it happened with Warren and with Brian, who I've posted about recently. See, when you tag somebody in a story, you can see the amount of clicks. I can't see who clicks, but I can tell how many people click through to see that person's profile,
On
and you can just,
Instagram.
yeah,
Can you?
yeah, I can, because it's probably set up as a business page. Um,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, so you can see how many. It's just as soon as like if I post a picture of Mickey or Warren or Brian or somebody, it's just like 100 people have clicked through to view their profile. It's people.
Oh.
People are thirsty.
I'm sure there's like some sort of reverse business model that we can ask those guys to do, so then like the traffic comes back from theirs to us, no?
No, I mean, I would honestly say Mickey owes about half his following to us.
I was going to say that about us. Do you
That
think?
we owe a half our followers to him.
I mean, he's our most vocal follower.
He is. But
Yeah,
well, let's just wait. Let's not give him any credit until he goes to Australia, represents his country, and gets mega famous, and then he can give us some really good shout outs.
definitely. We should. Oh my god, we should get some merch to take over there.
We should get him to wear a t-shirt.
We need to start doing those t-shirts. They look so good.
They would look good.
All right. So you did nothing on the weekend, is basically what you're saying.
I did absolutely nothing on the weekend. I went over to friends. We played some. I taught some new people unstable unicorns.
Excellent. And they
Spreading the
beat you.
love. No, I won actually, but
You didn't teach them the real rules. That's why.
I made up rules as I went along to suit my needs.
All right.
But yes, absolutely nothing. Had a really nice. So what day was it? Sunday? No, whatever day it was really, Sunday. I went for the run, and we just sat and went for a coffee, and we sat out in the sun and had a good old talk. Me and two straight guys, and I mean, it was like something from Sex in the City. I've never known straight boys to talk about stuff they're talking about.
What, Sex in the City?
No, it was like it was like an episode of Sex and the City.
Oh, pardon me. I was going to say, because I definitely know, like, one of my best friends who's straight. He loves, like, that's like his favorite show. Oh, what are you talking about then?
Just like
Take details.
no, it's just like women and things. I don't want to say too much.
Okay, that's fair. That's nice. That's sweet. It's nice when you just bond with some people, isn't it? You just sit there and have a little chit chat.
Yeah, you just hear other people's perspectives of things because it really opens up your head.
Absolutely. That's nice.
Mm.
I had another date on Saturday.
Another date with a different person or a new person or
This was a new one. So I think I told you I was going to go on a date with this guy at some point because back in October we met up and I was steaming. absolutely fucking hammered because I finished work at like 3:30 or 4 and he didn't finish until like 7.
Yes, I remember this guy.
Yeah. And I was supposed to go home and then I ended up going to the pub and then I had like 5 pints. So obviously I wasn't like an absolute mess, but it was like I was legit drunk. And I was like, fuck. And I find him really hot, like I always have done. Always.
Mhm.
So I was gutted when he never messaged back. I was like, fuck, ruined my chance. Even after that, we'd message being like, oh, let's do something, whatever. He's like, no, it's fine. But just kind of never truly happened. I think he's quite hard to track down, I keep saying. Out of nowhere, like, I messaged, I was like, may as well give it a shot. My confidence is running high at the moment. And then he responded, and then we were like, okay, let's do something. But on a Saturday. And then Jordan and Chris always say, like, don't book dates for the weekend. They never happen. Which is kind of true. Have you ever tried to really book a date for the weekend?
Not at any time I recall. Can't remember the last time I've been on a date.
Oh, babe.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry to make this story about me, but it's about me now. So,
I've been on a date in ages. Oh, I guess those hookups don't count really.
Oh, please, hookups. I wish I would. The only hookup I have is none.
Just some dumbbells?
That's the only hooking up I do is hooking up with the gym.
You haven't even been there this week.
Even the gym's rejecting me this week. Oh dear. Anyway, so keep going.
Oh no, that was it. It was a really nice day. It's during the daytime, and then I went out afterwards. And then we're in the same situation again. Like I'm like, my confidence has been really high. Like I've been talking about it, and I'm feeling happy, and I'm having some interesting guys, and I'm feeling like good. Because I find him quite attractive. He's like the message has been really shit or inconsistent over the past 2 days. So now I'm going back to old Matt where I'm like overthinking it and being like, why doesn't he love me? Please look at my messages. And I'm like, oh no, what do I do?
Are you asking me?
No, not really, because your advice is really bad. But I just like
my advice is spot on.
What is your advice then in this situation?
You need to chill the fuck out.
That's not advice.
It is advice.
It's the how.
Well, you just have to find yourself distractions. You just need to keep yourself busy by doing stuff. Now, if I'm not one for games, so if it was me who's getting text, I would text back. I don't know why people do it. I mean, it's just so silly. I mean, time's the only thing we can never get back, so why waste it playing games?
It is weird though people don't text back. I just don't get it. I think I text a lot. I do text tons. But if you see a message like 7 hours later, I'm going to respond with a one-line message. That's a bit weird, no? Not weird, but I just don't get it.
It's a bit weird. And half of me would say, like, if that was happening, that, maybe they're not that into you. But then also there's times where people just don't like to text.
They don't read the text.
They don't like to text. Like people just prefer a phone call. I'm not saying phone them out of the blue because I think that's weird, but I've had people just phone me. I've had people just phone me out of the blue or video time me out of the blue, and I'm like, wow.
Well, guys.
Yeah.
I'd never. I mean, what we can do, just chat on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, like normal people.
Yeah, they're normal. They're not crazy.
So not just dick pics?
No, it's great. I hate getting dick pics.
My mind has blown.
This is it. This is
adult conversation.
It's not that boring. You just talk about, stock markets and...
Love the stock market. That's where you get chicken stock from, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing gets my juices going like the good old stock market talk. But in all seriousness, look, I think it's highlighted more the fact if like you said, you think he's hot and you find him attractive. I would say, like, don't message him for a while. Just go and have fun. And if he's into you, he'll message you. And if he's not, then he's not, and just move on. But then maybe in a couple of weeks, drop a message saying, "Hey, we had a really good night. Let's go out again." Or have you arranged a second date?
Was that last week you said?
Have you arranged a second date?
No.
Do that. That's the next thing you do is message, "Hey, had a really good night the other night. Do you want to do it again sometime?"
I might have to wait a little bit, I think, because I've already messaged after, like, seeing on Saturday, being like, "Hey, how's your weekend or whatever?"
Maybe message him at the weekend.
Huh?
Maybe message him at the weekend.
Yeah, I'll wait a little bit. It's just because he's hot, I'd say, and nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a strong,
but
so I should
if
be
you
fine.
can invite him to if you can invite him to something that makes it like, oh, me and my friends are doing this. It'd be really cool if you could come along.
I would
And
never
then
do that. Would you do that?
well, just like I would do that. Yeah, it makes it sound like you're busy and you got stuff going on that isn't revolved around waiting for him to reply to your text message.
But say if he shows up to something that I'm doing with my friends.
Well, you wouldn't invite him to something you wouldn't want him there. Like if your friends are all going bowling and you said, like for example, if you, Jordan, and Chris were all going bowling, you're like, hey, my friends are going bowling later on. It'd be cool if you came. If not, no worries. Then he came, I'd be like, cool, let's bowl. If he didn't, I'd be like, I'm still bowling.
Yeah, but I don't want to bring a date to like a gathering of my friends, do I?
Well, it depends on. Like, again, I'm not one for games. I don't know. Depends on you. I don't know. It depends. It's just I would position asking him to do something in something where I mean, your friends are important. So if it was me, I would say yes because your friends are important to you and they'll be able to give you a good opinion of them.
I might try that. I don't know if that sounds a bit strange though. Like the second time you've seen someone, or like the third time. No, I don't know. I just wouldn't picture that because I find it strange. It feels like, oh, I'm out with my friends. Do you want to come out tonight? I'd be like, can I bring a friend? Because I need someone I can talk to, I guess. Or I don't know.
Well, you talk to him, wouldn't you?
Someone has said that before because I remember there was a guy that I was chatting to a couple of months ago, and there was like a rugby event, the two Brewers, and we'd been trying to organise to meet whatever. But I don't know, it was becoming quite difficult. And then he was like, "Oh, I can come to the two Brewers," and I was like, I literally was like, "No," and he was like, "Why?" And that's weird. Like I'm out with my. I don't have to. I didn't say, and then didn't say, but I don't have to look after you. Like if I'm out, I would, like I don't know. I find it a bit.
Well, I think that's different if he's out in a nightclub. Like, the nightclub setting's different than like a bowling setting. The nightclub setting's very much like I'm out with my friends and I'm, whatever. That's if that's different in the situation where it's bowling. There's an activity going on which is already very social.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I would say like if you're going clubbing, I would be like me and my friends are going clubbing. Yeah, no, that would be no. That's
Okay.
not right.
All right. Well, we'll see. I'm not going to message back. Luke Morris is like, leave that bitch alone if you don't want to message you back. And I was like,
well, that's that. To be fair, I mean, I would never have guessed Luke to give good relationship advice, but I would say
because I was hounding him about his life. I'd asked him about questions, and he was tired of speaking about himself.
he does.
So he's like, "So what's going on with you then?" I was like, "Let me tell you."
Yeah. Oh, Luke, what a sweetheart.
Mm.
But yeah, he still doesn't listen to the podcast. Anywho, should we? Is that your update in your date? Did I get crashed out with advice or were you finished your update? You were finished your update, weren't you? But your date.
I was kind of just talking about my week, but yeah.
Any more?
Although what I want to talk about is related to what I did on Sunday.
Okay.
Should I talk about that?
Yeah, let's jump in.
Because I feel like your week's done, right? You didn't actually do anything, so no one wants to hear what you did.
I did absolutely nothing.
Oh, good.
Like, genuinely.
Interesting. So on Sunday, I went to a drag brunch, right? So it's a brunch on 2:00. It's a place called Rascals. And seriously, by the name, there was a drag queen there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like it sounds like something all the gays would love to do, isn't it? Like absolutely love to go and stuff. We got there and it was pretty much just straight white women everywhere. I'd say as well. And the drink was flowing loads. Like they were really attentive. It was really, really good. But the whole event wasn't that strong. I must admit, like it wasn't very fun. But what was interesting is that the drag queen was a woman, and I found it. Pardon?
A drag king?
No, wasn't a drag king. wasn't a female impersonating a male. It was or I say impersonating because we'll go on to what drag is or whatever, I guess. But no, it was a female in drag portraying femininity.
Oh.
So just like a really done up woman.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that drag? Because I don't know. At first I was a bit like, this is not going to be good. I was like, really strange. Because like there was a group of like Essex girls that were there and they had like more makeup on than she did. They had tons. They were really funny actually. They had really like blown up lips and like boob jobs and stuff. It was really good. And there was one of them have you ever seen Mob Wives?
Oh, no, but I know Big Ange.
Yeah, kind of like that. But this one was like a big Ange version. She had this like dress. It looked like a white shirt from the top, but it went down to her belly button. She had no bra on, so her boobs were out, and then it turned into a dress instead of like it's just like a big white shirt. And she had like super pumped up lips. All of her like makeup was really light colored, but like a lot of it. And she was like the boss, and she was telling people where to sit and what to do, and it was really bad as everyone was taking the piss out of that group of Essex girls because it was literally like something out of television, like the amount of makeup and the way they spoke to each other and the pictures they were taking. Like they spent ages taking pictures, absolutely ages posing for pictures instead of actually watching like any part of the show. It was mad.
Yeah.
It was so bizarre. And that's not the point. Because at first I was a bit like, I don't think I like the idea that this is is it like a female dressed as a female performing drag at drag brunch?
Well, I've just looked at it, and it's called a faux queen or bio queen, and it's basically a female performance artist who adopts the style typical of a male drag queen.
There are some people that don't like that because they think it's quite derogatory, saying that someone's fake. And then it was saying like, well, bio queen's also not great because does that mean that all females have to be biological to be female?
Oh, I was reading what Wikipedia says.
Well, I was just reading up about like there are like some drag queens that are cisgender, so they're saying just call them drag queens, which I guess essentially they are.
No, because isn't a drag queen a persona? Like, if you've seen a drag queen, it's not the actual person; it's a character that they're playing. So, regardless of whoever's in drag, whatever gender they identify as, who they dress up as is a total different character.
Well, that would be like the kind of point, really, of like, say, like a cisgender female becoming a drag queen because it's not about a man being a woman. Although, like, RuPaul, obviously, like the most famous drag queen in the world.
No, who is it?
Watch the show. RuPaul, some black guy, bald head, puts on a wig.
They all look the same to me.
Yeah, you should. I know you don't watch it, but my days, you should have watched last week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. It was so good. Oh my goodness,
they are good. I keep trying to watch it, and I've watched a bit. Like I started watching this current season, and I got up to the episode where we were together, like the Trump episode, and I was like, "Oh, do you know what? I can't be arsed watching anymore." They're good, like they're good, dull TV to have in the background, but I don't know. I'm not looking forward to see who's out next.
And it's coming to the UK, but it's going to be very different. And I think this argument's going to be in it as well because RuPaul's got quite an idea of what drag is. It seems like you have to be quite glamorous. You have to be really, really feminine. They have like this idea of like pageant queens and like comedy queens and fashion queens and stuff. And it's all about how refined you are and how polished you are. Whereas like the UK drag scene arguably is different because you get drag queens with beards and it's all very East London and all sort of very like gender bending type stuff. It's not about how much of a woman you can look like. And RuPaul once got in trouble for saying like, someone was like, when are there going to be a female drag queen? And he said it already exists. It's called Miss Universe. Then retracted it or apologized. Yeah. And said that, drag is the ultimate form of like, it's a big political statement. He's just saying, the fact that we're dressing up as women and stuff like that. And obviously, predominantly, it's gay men that do it. But I guess, if it comes over to the UK, like it won't just be that. And I guess it's just form of entertainment. What got me though, she just wasn't funny.
No, you see, no.
She's
What would describe her act? What was she doing?
well, I mean, she was comparing like there were games, and I don't think there was enough of a show of it. Which maybe they were short on time, like, trying to get it all done in a certain period of time. But she's supposed to make like jokes and stuff while they like people doing certain things, like a catwalk and all that sort of stuff. But like it just wasn't sharp. Like you can hardly understand what she was saying, and I think that's a sound issue. Then a drag queen did come, like this male drag queen was there, and he just like did like this lip sync whole number and stuff, and I felt like that was more entertaining because it was more of a performance as itself.
Yeah,
she just wasn't very strong in terms of like her comedy value and stuff. Well, okay, I guess I don't care if the drag queen is cisgendered as a female, as long as it's entertaining.
well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be about entertainment, isn't it? Like it's all about performance, and I would say, in my opinion, if it doesn't matter if you're not entertained, you're not entertained. It makes it just bad, regardless of who's underneath the costume.
Definitely, because there are some really bad drag queens. Actually, I never really like watching all the drag queens that you get in like the two brewers and stuff because I think half of them are just really bad.
Yeah, some of them are quite awful.
There are some really good ones now, though, recently, I must say. I think if the UK one has some of them here, there's a drag queen called Mary Mac. Because I love Wow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Mary Mac has got an unbelievable voice as well. Unbelievable singer. There's such talent,
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then there's someone, Something Wong, who you may know.
I know Something Wrong from rugby.
Yeah. And I hope she's on the UK drag race because I follow her on Instagram and I just think that because I guess a lot of us would have seen like the growth over all like this time, and you can see the performance itself has just grown so much, and like her voice is amazing, and there's just a lot of skill and talent in it. But
Something Wrong performed at the wedding I was at last year.
Proved it.
No, she performed at the Matt and Stuart's wedding.
No.
Yeah, she came in the evening and did a little dance and sang and stuff.
Really? Oh, amazing. I didn't know that. Yeah. But I guess as long as you put all that time into your craft and actually you're good, but the whole point of it, regardless of whether you're a female, male, or anything in between, is that you are entertaining.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. If you're an entertainer, you should be entertaining. Yeah. And a drag queen is traditionally entertaining, otherwise, or an entertainer, isn't it? Because otherwise it's something else.
Because it's still a performance art, really, isn't it? I do see it as an art. Like when you think about the amount of work that's put in like the makeup and stuff and the transformation, I see it as an art form because it does take that kind of craft. But you just need to be entertaining. It's a performance.
It's funny, I was watching this video last night of these straight guys watching women do makeup tutorials.
Yeah.
And how these women, I think it was predominantly like Chinese women, and they were just like totally reshaping their faces and as they watched them start off and then like put tape underneath their neck and put little things on their nose to change the shape of the nose and like put on this whitening makeup and made their eyes really big, and it was, and like then sometimes they showed it in reverse and like it just seemed like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then all of a sudden like this woman's like scraping off this clay thing around her nose, and her nose just is like,
why were you watching this?
It was one of, it was like I was watching something, I think I was watching something to do with Summer. Did you ever watch Summer Heights High of Mr. G?
No, I never did.
I was watching some of that. It was so, because when I came to London, I played a clip with you and me, and you're like, "Oh, of course I'm the black one because I've got fuzzy hair or something." And I was like, "Where have you been, bitch? Where have you been?" Anyway, I was watching some clips of that, and they came on after that, and I was like, "What is this?" And then I was like, "Yeah, okay." You sort of just, I was so tired, but I was, pardon me, yawning.
You were reminiscing and just started yawning now.
Exactly.
So weird.
I was so tired, and then I was just like sort of watching it in a daze.
Mm.
But anyway,
Well, that's what
not the
everyone
point.
say actually, because I did. My initial thought I remember from Sunday was just like, "Oh no, this is not going to be good." It didn't turn out to be good, but that was for reasons as in like actually being enjoyable. Just reading up about it, and I was like, well, as long as it's performing and you are enjoyable, then say if it was like the UK Drag Race or something, that I guess there's no reason why a woman shouldn't be like on the show and be a drag queen
Yeah.
celebrating femininity and stuff like that. But at least I think for now, just in terms of not saying the wrong thing, I don't think it is supposed to be a faux or a bio queen at this point. We want to make sure that we address. We don't want it to be offensive.
Oh, you saying that terminology is wrong?
I think it is. I think for some people it is.
Wikipedia needs to sort of shit out. Well, the topic I want to talk about is a bit. Well, the topic I initially want to talk about was. So I don't know if anybody knows out there, but there was a murder here in my fair country of Northern Ireland last week, where there was some riots, Easter uprising, and there's usually riots and stuff around this time, or protests, or something, and it's all sort of a bit numb to me because I sort of overlook a lot of it. Not overlook, but sort of turn a blind eye because I don't want to get involved. But it's quite anyway. It's what I initially want to talk about, but then it was maybe a bit too heavy, and it's a bit long-winded. So I was trying to just think of a really abstract topic to talk about, and I was going to talk about straight crushes.
Oh my god. This is so apt for you.
I don't have that many straight.
Well, let's think about the people you're doing. Let's start the list.
I clearly don't crush on everyone at the gym.
Not on everyone, but on some, are you saying?
No, just the topic in general. I'm just
okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not talking about me and my personal straight crushes because I don't think I have any. I mean, there's guys at the gym who are definitely attractive, but I don't sit at home and be like, oh, I wish I was in their life. It was just, I'm on a few Facebook groups, and it was a topic that kind of came up a lot in the groups. Like a lot of these kids are saying about how they're really attracted to their best friends at school, and they don't know how to deal with it because they're really embarrassed. And I just thought, well, I think it's something that every, if not the majority of gay guys can talk or think about, but a lot of people out there. I mean, have you ever had a straight crush?
Are you fucking kidding me? Of course I have loads. But I've had one significant one for sure as I was discovering my like sexuality and stuff.
Yeah. Was this back at school?
University, actually. I had actually come out already to some of my friends, but it wasn't. So I hadn't told my family, but I told people that I'd met at uni, but I still wasn't. I'd only just begun my journey, kind of thing, Like I'd never experienced gay things, and I didn't know I was gay or anything like that. What's that noise?
Oh, I just moved my microphone.
Oh, is it?
That's just my asshole.
Thinking about straight boys.
Thinking about straight boys.
At the gym when you're doing your totem bars and like, what is that noise? And he's like, no idea. Not a clue. God, there's a draft.
And then the echo. Yeah, I think similar to me, I had a straight crush in uni, which was quite a big one. Weirdly, it came up in a memory on Facebook the other day, a photo of the two of us. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot all about him. We lived together as well. I'm not telling you his name, but we lived together as well. He's probably one of the first people I ever told I was gay.
This was in Leeds?
This is at Leeds, yep. And like first person in the real life I told I was gay. And he took it really well. Like he was just not taking it, like, I obviously didn't tell him I had a crush on him, but he was like instantly so supportive and so protective as well. I remember we went out for a night out and one of the guys in my course came over and was saying hello to me and stuff. And this guy thought that the guy was coming over to start a fight or something, and he came over and he was like being very protective, and I was like, "Oh, you're so dreamy."
I want to find out who this person is.
You'll never. I don't think I've ever mentioned. I've not chatted to him in years. So
Oh,
yeah.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
When I carry the story, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh well, it's not really a story. I'm just recounting that I had a big one, and we lived together.
What happened in your relationship?
Oh well, we just the next year he went off to live like on a gap year way, and then I moved in with one of my friends, Jane, and we sort of stayed in contact, but then we just then sort of stopped, and then
Did
I
you ever
moved to
tell him?
London. So no.
Oh, I told mine.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What? How did they take it?
How did he take it?
Yeah.
He was fine. So he had he had a lot of troubles, right? A lot of internal struggles. He had a lot of issues in his life and stuff. And I think he relished in it. I remember even saying this, like, you enjoy this far too much.
People do though. People do.
Yeah. And I almost felt like he was using it against me because he knew that he could, because he used to like take the piss with some things, right? And he knew how strongly I felt about him that I would always just come running back.
Oh,
You like shit sometimes.
that is really bad.
Yeah, definitely. Our relationship did not end well at all. And the thing is, he was really nice. It was a lot of fun. And we met, I remember seeing him on the first day of uni, actually. I remember it to a fucking T. And I was like, wow, unbelievably hot. Unbelievable. And I just could not stop looking at him. We ended up becoming friends through, he becomes friends with my brother, Chris. And the rugby team at uni asked, we never played before, but they asked Chris to play rugby. This is how I actually got into rugby. It's the only reason I play. So there's some good that come out of it. But he used to play rugby. Gareth used to play rugby. And they asked Chris to play because he was really big. And he was friends with Gareth. And then they go to training. No,
is Gareth the name of the guy?
Huh?
Is Gareth the name of the guy?
Yeah. And like we're kind of like, we all three kind of become friends, whatever. And then I wanted to go because I don't want to be left out. So I started playing rugby. Yeah. Just because them two were, and I was like, what to do. And, I enjoy rugby anyway, and I'm playing it and stuff. And then we become friends, and we go on like holiday and shit like that, like with him and stuff. But he was just really inconsistent. Like he would just, he'd be really charming in one moment, and then really like a bit like distant or a little bit like. And I used to get really jealous like easily, so that obviously didn't help, and I didn't know how to deal with my feelings. It ends up, so I must have told him. I don't know how I told him because I'm quite open in general. Like it doesn't really bother me in a lot of those ways. So I must have told him one day, and he was like, "That's cool." I don't know how to deal with it, and this, that, and the other. And he was like, he was also. This doesn't help. My very first kiss from a guy.
Oh, okay.
Because he was one of those guys that didn't care about kissing guys. So we were all out one day. I think it might have been. I don't even know if it was my birthday. It was someone else who was doing pub golf.
Okay.
And people end up like just kissing and like when we're walking the street and having a joke and stuff. And I'd never kissed a guy then. I'm like, how old am I? 19 years old. Never even kissed a girl actually. Never kissed anyone. And then, yeah, he was like, kiss. And I was like, really? This is before I told him though. I told him before, that was it. I told him I'd never been kissed. I didn't tell him I liked him. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And then I remember we were on holiday we went to Gran Canaria, and my first holiday, like without my mum and it was me, my brother, a bunch, and there was about, how many was it? 5 of us went to Gran Canaria, in the worst place. We paid like £200 for like a 10-day holiday. Like the place didn't have hot water. Like it was fucking disgusting. But at the time. And we were all playing like I Have Never. And then he's had like, same age as us, but he's had like tons of sex and all this sort of stuff. Or he said he had. He was also a compulsive liar. I must say this. I must add this caveat that he was a compulsive liar. And I was getting drunk and I was getting really worked up because I was like, all I could do was think about him. So I ended up walking out, on the balcony. Just for a moment, I was like, I just need some time. I just got really upset. I got really emotional. I was quite emotional over that trip. And he was like, "Oh, what's up?" And I was like, "All I can do is think about you. Like, I just want to kiss you really badly." And it's just me and him out there, no one else. And he was like, "Well, go on, you can kiss me." I was like, "No, that's weird." Like, I was like, "No." And he's like, "No, go on, kiss me." So we ended up kissing. Oh my God, I can even remember it now thinking about it. I can remember how I felt. And it was a proper kiss. It wasn't like a play kiss. It was slow. It was really passionate, but it was like a proper kiss. You know, it wasn't like just a rush, like 10-second thing.
Yeah.
But then it made it even worse. I was like, literally on the balcony, I was like, fuck sake. He's like, what? And I was like, this has just made it worse. Because the kiss was so good.
Oh no.
And yeah, after that, our relationship was pretty much over.
Oh really?
Well, because like I was just falling, I just madly, head over heels, fucking loopy, absolute crazy shit. And he could just walk all over me. He was quite emotionally manipulative anyway. Like he was like that to his girlfriends. He was like that to people. He was known. He didn't, he just wasn't a nice person then. I don't know how he is now. I've seen him a couple of times as an adult actually. And he's like, "Oh, we should do something." And I'm like, "No, thank you." We saw each other in Finsbury Park a couple of years ago, like maybe like 2 years ago. And he used to message me actually sometimes being like, "Oh, like, have you not got a game free? Like, I'm playing for the Steelers." And he's, or something like that. And he played once for the Steelers as well. But I didn't play. I wasn't there that week.
Oh.
And they all thought he was really hot as well.
Trying to think if I remember him.
You won't remember him. You don't know him. You didn't play then, dickhead. Yeah. Well, that's my story. So that was the first one. I went mad. So I kind of hijacked the story.
Oh, it's no story. It's a discussion point. Like, oh my God, that's amazing. But I mean, then I would say, like, how straight was he if he passionately kissed you? I can't imagine.
I mean, you can
well,
choose.
that being said, I've been kissed by a straight guy as well. At Pride once, I think I've told you before, but at Pride once, there's this really hot guy trying to chat up this girl who was chatting to me, and I think I said, I can't remember, but I think I said to the guy, like, the Pride's all about equal opportunity, so if you kiss her, you have to kiss me, and then he ended up just kissing me in the street. And I was like, wow, that was amazing.
You guys are okay with it and stuff.
Yeah, I went instantly to an
because I remember that was really passionate. It wasn't like, oh, the first one was when we were out, like that situation, where everyone's just drunk and shit. But this other kiss was like a slow, like, pull.
More intimate.
For a bit.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And obviously it felt amazing. Like, it felt really good, but that just made it worse. I don't think, I mean, for me to question someone's like sexual orientation, to be honest, and if they choose to get with the guys, it's fine. But he's now got like a family, and I felt at the time that he was pretty much straight. He was just pretty. He didn't mind attention. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he likes people liking him. So I think it was no bother to him really.
Yeah, some people can be a bit more fluid. They're a lot more comfortable with attraction from all sides. Not to say that people who aren't comfortable with, I don't know, I don't want to put labels on anything, but
I think there's a level of comfortability. I think those straight guys that are absolutely against would never ever, no homo, no homo. I think that's an area where you like, why do you feel so insecure with your masculinity that you can't say or do certain things?
It's about attraction. It's, if somebody's genuinely not attracted, like I know, for example, there's a guy who goes to the gym who's straight, but I flirt with him all the time. And I'm able to do that. And he'll make like a female sex joke, which, makes my stomach curl. And then I'll try and outdo him with a gay sex thing. And it'll make his stomach curl. And he just says, he's like, "Do you know what? I just love the pussy too much, Ash. If I didn't, I'd be all over you, but that's just the way it is."
Do you fancy him?
No, he's too much of a friend. Like
you make up so much shit, boy. Oh God.
Oh come on.
I know you got to spend your time with these people on a daily, but you fucking chat shit.
No, I can safely say I genuinely don't fancy this guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because personality comes into it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
know him too well, and I know him too well now.
Oh, no.
Well, there's
I
definitely
think it's
guys at
okay
the
to
gym.
fancy your friends.
Well, obviously you do. You fancied me for years.
Yeah, Jordan as well.
Jordan. I fancied Jordan for years.
Like, yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's just what you do with it. Like, the reason why I guess I'm so open with it, it's because I'm not very good at like keeping that information. I mean, it happened relatively recently, actually, where I just fell for one of my friends massively for ages, and I just didn't know what to do with it. Um, um, I still wouldn't
Who
know
was
what to do
it?
in that situation. Pardon?
Who was it?
That one I'm keeping to myself.
Oh.
Because it's too close to home. But like, and I think fundamentally it's okay. It's just how you deal with it. And I guess I didn't deal with it very well for myself as well as theirs. But I think sometimes it just happens, isn't it? And then it fades away. And then you get some of your best
Yeah.
friends. Literally, like two of my best friends, you and Jordan. And I'm like, I don't know if we would have had such a close relationship if I didn't put like, say, the effort into it at the start because I wanted to just spend time with you, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I would never have known how to um, understand your humor if I didn't spend the first 6 months of our friendship keeping you at arm's distance.
No, you didn't, you little bitch. You didn't know. Did
You
you know?
told me pretty. I think you told me. I
Not
think
that.
you. Well, I was in a relationship at the time, but I
So was
think I picked
I.
up on it. Oh my god, you were, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, there's no way I told you because I didn't tell anyone.
Really? Or maybe you told me after then, right?
Yeah,
Because I,
years after, like
yeah,
years
yeah.
after. I think I must have been like, no, there is no. I did not tell a single soul. I probably like hinted to someone being like, "Oh, there's someone I like." In fact, it was it was someone who's not even involved in the situation. It was a girl that I went to university with, went to college with. I told her.
That you like me.
I said, well, she didn't know anyone in the situation. She didn't know, like, who I was seeing at the time. She didn't know about you. So it was all just like conceptual. Like, it was all just like to her. Like, I just needed to tell someone, but I couldn't tell anyone that was close to me.
Yeah,
I knew everyone,
fair, fair.
you know.
Jeez, I didn't think you didn't like me that much.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I did. Hugely.
Oh well,
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
I liked you
That's a
before I met you because
compliment.
I saw your pictures and for someone who's got such oily skin, you are very photogenic.
Mm,
You know that as well, though.
well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happens once that camera goes click click.
Oh my god! And there was one picture on Facebook, which I'm going to find now, and we should post it on Honest to Pod, where I'll send it to you. The one picture, it got me, and I was like, Drew, who is this? And he was like, Ashton, I said, oh my god, I need to find this person. And then I didn't see you for like months after that. Like, never even heard of you. Like, you'd never been around. And then I was like, oh,
Yeah, I wasn't really allowed to go to rugby.
yeah, you said. And then I saw you in the tube. I remember, God, these things all just coming flooding back in it. And then I remember seeing you on the train, and I was like, oh my god, I know that face. Because that was the first time I ever met you. Was on that train on the away game, isn't it?
What away game?
Well, there was some away game. The first time that I ever saw you was on a train. We were going to an away game, and you were coming to support. I couldn't say a word, but then on the way back is when you just thought I was the most hilarious person in the world. It's on the train back. I was coming out of bangers, and I was like, "Yes, I'm shit hard."
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And I
And then that
remember,
was the start of the year.
I remember one of the first things I posted on Insta or Facebook was, which you responded to, and I thought, oh my god, he thinks I'm funny. This is good. I think I was playing. Do you remember that game, the Cave Runner or something? It was where you literally always do a cave. I'm sure it was Cave Runner, and it was a game where you just
thing, like you got run.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I put on that I changed to be the black guy because it'll make me run faster.
I remember that.
Yeah,
That was actually funny. That wasn't fake me. That wasn't me being like, ha ha ha, love me.
Yeah. Oh wow. Anyway, yeah. Let me know what picture it is because I'd be interested to know.
I'm sure you'll love it and you'll fucking use it everywhere. You'll post it all over the shit. Once you finish here, I'm gonna go onto your Facebook and find it. For sure.
Oh, no, that was the start of our beautiful friendship.
Yeah, it was good. It's worked out really well in the end. You gave me a month of turmoil, but after that, it was fine.
I give you what?
Months of turmoil.
What's that?
Well, I was in a relationship and I was like, what do I do? Am I supposed to break up with someone because I like someone else?
Oh, I was in a I was in a relationship as well. So.
Oh, that didn't bother me.
Oh. Anyway, so straight crushes. I think I'm trying to think if I have straight crushes. There's definitely guys at the gym who I find banging, but and I know there's one that knows because it was talked about.
Well, are you like quite obvious?
I don't think I'm quite obvious, but I got drunk once and said, well, basically I got drunk at a party and said, out of all the guys at the gym, this guy would probably be the one I'd find attractive. And then that's where it all just sort of took off and people started talking about it.
How do you feel
Not
about
like
that?
it's something big. I don't care. I mean, I was embarrassed because I would get embarrassed in case you never know how somebody's going to respond. In my head, I'd be worried in case they're like it's been 4 months since Christmas and nothing's happened. So
Okay. Well, that's fair.
in a good way, yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, yeah, there's loads of guys at the gym that are hot. Like you've seen pictures of them, but I don't straight crush on them.
You are so photogenic, Ashley. I'm going through the photos now.
Well, one thing you said there, which is true, and I think it goes for a lot of emotions, and I sort of want to. You said like it's okay to have the feelings, but it's how you deal with them. That's the thing, and that goes with all sort of feelings. I would say, like feelings of happiness and sadness and depression and stuff like that. They're all feelings. You can't control having the feelings, and crushes you can't control having the crushes. It's just how you deal with them and how you like use them as a way to do anything. That's what you can control.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
But anyway, that's what I was just thinking about. I've got the marathon coming up in a couple of weeks, so I'll be doing a lot more running.
When is that actually?
It's 2 weeks' time.
You've only got what, 5 miles?
Yeah, only 5 miles now, actually. I got lowered to 5 miles. That's fine. I ran 4 miles the other day. I'll run 5 miles easily.
I found the
Where you
picture.
find it?
To you.
Oh, this one. Jesus Christ.
It's lovely.
It's because I think my lips look pouty.
I normally like big lips as well.
I do have big lips, I guess.
Yeah, you do have kind of big lips. Anyway,
Oh, well.
yeah,
Anyway.
post it on your, and then have everyone tell you how handsome you are.
Maybe I'll think about it. It's quite an old pic.
100% going to do that. And then I'm going to post this one, which you need to then. I'll show you now. See you later. This one.
All right. I love that picture. That's a picture of us.
So good.
That
was all me. That was all me.
You're such
amazing. So drunk.
Oh, I was so drunk. I remember I fell asleep at the bar before that, like literally on the bar, and then I woke up and we were playing this stupid game, and I had to Vogue or something. But I had to Vogue on stage.
That's a lot of stuff.
My punishment. I can't remember half of it, to be honest. That was not like really seedy gay club, which turned into a naked.
Yeah, but we only
bar
went there during
or
the day,
something.
so there's no one in it.
Yeah, but they're like, you have to be out by 4 because that's when people will start coming in. You're more than welcome to stay. We're like, no. Like downstairs there was swings and like a maze.
It's random holes and stuff, and like stairs up to other places.
And I was like, what's this hole for, Matt? And you're like, just keep your mouth open.
I do. I'll keep my mind open.
Anyway. Shall we shut it down now?
That's somehow been on ages.
Yeah, good hour. I'm also busting for the toilet.
Excellent. And also, can you post like a side-by-side of those photos or something?
No, I can't. I'll have to just focus on the
I'll post it then. Every time someone says anyway.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening, guys. And hope you had a lovely Easter bank holiday weekend. And if you're on Ireland, an extra 5 days of holiday for some bizarre reason.
Because we're all very religious.
Okay, you didn't just get more drunk on Monday. Okay.
I didn't have one drink over Easter. I was supposed to go out last night and get really drunk, but we decided not to.
Because that's really sad to do when you're by yourself and alone.
I just got drunk.
You're like, I made plans to go out alone and just get hammered, but I didn't. Well done, me.
No, I just stayed in and cried over all my straight crushes.
Oh my god. I can't wait to come to the gym, by the way. I cannot wait.
You better get it booked in. because Mickey Walsh has your program already figured out. He's going to have exactly what you're going to do.
I'm not actually going to exercise. Like, we're going to do it for the bands, but I'm not actually exercising, by the way. Let's just put it out there.
No, you have to, like, Mickey lives and breathes exercise. There's no way you'll get out of it.
He knows how fat I am, though.
Well, the only reason you're not going to get fat is if you do exercise.
Oh my god. Supposed to be in a drunk one day.
Telling you.
Okay.
And also, Mickey doesn't drink, so...
Everything about him sounds awful. Alright. Have a lovely week, Ashley.
Right. You too. Chat soon. Bye.
Oh my god.